Hi everyone, Irit here with a new process video for HipKit Club. This is the layout I will be creating today, and I'm focusing on the Color Fresh papers from Heidi Swapp and using the cut files. So there we go. I absolutely love this camera cut file. The cut files this month are fantastic. Some are just for subscribers, and then some are for everyone that just creates an account on the HipKit Club website, which is completely free. And then you get free cut files every month. And this month they are especially my kind of designs. There are gorgeous florals, and I used the florals on previous layouts, and today I just had to use this camera and back parts of it with the Heidi Swapp papers that we got in the kit. You can see all the kits and everything I'm playing with this month in my haul video or kit sharing video. So if you want to know more about that, also you can check the HipKit Club website for these kits, as well as the April kits, which are absolutely gorgeous. They will be shipping out in the beginning of April, but you can already buy them and make sure you have some goodies. So I knew immediately that I wanted to use that rainbow part of that stripy paper. So it's one of the papers by Heidi Swapp, and then most of it is that black and white stripe, and then at the bottom it has that strip of rainbow colored stripes, which I love. I can have such a paper in every kit. It's so good. So I knew I wanted to use that right in the center of my camera, I guess, where you know, the lens would be. And then for the body of the camera, I picked this gorgeous kind of watercolored look paper. The back of it is this cute pink polka dot, which I also considered using. I think they all looked great. It's all pretty, it's all good, but I had to make some tough choices. So gluing things down, that's never a favorite activity of mine in the process of scrapbooking, but we have to suffer for our art, and so that's always my issue with like intricate cut files that you back. You have to do some serious gluing work, and anyway, I also cut the circles and the piece of pattern paper that I backed my cut file with. I cut that all with my Silhouette. I can't be bothered to fussy cut. What I do is I go to the Silhouette software. I just, you know, weld the whole shape or pick out the outline of whichever shape I want to, you know, back. And then I usually do like a little bit of an offset so that the pattern paper that I'm backing the cut file with is slightly smaller than the cut file, and then I don't have to worry so much about the edges of the pattern paper, you know, showing off the outline of like the outside lines of the cut file. I hope that makes sense, but I use the software for that. I just do like I don't know what it's called, like an offset line on the inside of the shape, and weld the whole thing, so I just get, you know, the shape. And then I back it with pattern paper. I know that was a really bad explanation, but hopefully you understood what I meant. And yeah, so I knew I wanted a white background because that really helps everything pop. But I also felt it was just a little bit too empty and I needed something. So I decided to use the one paper. There are 3 pattern papers from Heidi Swapp in the kits, and I used 2 for the camera, and then I decided to use the 3rd for these borders. But I ripped the edges and I added these quite thick lines, and I think it looks nice, but I'm going to change it up a little bit because I just felt it was a little bit too much. So you'll see me do that in a bit. Now, this thing was quite, what's the word? Serendipitous? I have some photos that I am, you know, scrapbooking. I used to scrapbook mostly current photos, but then my Canon Selfie broke, my little photo printer, and my big printer, I don't know, it's also giving me some ink issues. I think what I'll do is I'll start just printing my photos, you know, with a service. But for now, I have a ton of photos that I've printed in the past and haven't scrapped, so I'm trying to use up some of those, and it serves two purposes. And I talked about this in a previous video, so I won't go into detail now. But, you know, first of all, it's nice to use something that I already have. I'm really, really trying to pay attention to using the stuff that I have, and yeah, so that's one thing that I'm enjoying. And then the second thing is that I think scrapbooking older photos, these are not terribly old, but some of them are like a couple of years old. It gives you the opportunity of time perspective and kind of thinking how things were, how things are, and you can put that in your journaling. Or, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be super, you know, the photo doesn't have to connect exactly to what you're telling. So this is an older photo of Ella. We went to this, I don't know, like, I guess some street festival. Honestly, I can't even remember. She got her face painted like a tiger. I scrapbooked that, and at the time, and then I had this extra photo, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to use it on this layout and just talk a little bit about how this is her last year in her current school. So elementary school in Austria, it's a bit different than where I'm from Israel. In Israel, elementary school is 6 years, and here it's 4 years, and then you go into what is called gymnasium, I guess some sort of like junior high. And yeah, so she's in the 4th grade, and that means that next year she's starting a new school. It's a huge school if she's going to go to where we think she's going to go. It's a huge school with, you know, classes from the 5th grade all the way to the 12th grade. And it's not in the village nearby, it's in the town that is a bit more further away. So big changes for her, and she's excited, but you know, I of course hope that everything will work out on the best, easiest way, but I also know that, you know, usually things are not that simple, and I'm sure it will be an adjustment for all of us. So I just thought it was really fitting, you know, that photo of her like a tiger, and I hope that she will roar, that she will face the new challenges with, yeah, I know it'll be good, but I also worry because I'm a mother and that's our job. So I'm also what I like to do, you know, the kits usually have a few manufacturers in them, so a few collections. And this month we have some from Maggie Holmes, we have some Heidi Swapp, and then we have a few Hip Kit Club exclusive. But for this layout, because I was focusing on the Color Fresh Heidi Swapp papers, I grabbed immediately the other stuff we had from the same collection, which were these alpha stickers, and I'm going to use my title. I'm going to use them for my title, which is going to be very simply Roar. And also we got the ephemera pack from the same collection, and I'm going to use that for most of my embellishments. You see here, I was already feeling like the stripes, like these stripes were just too much. So I also felt that the ripped edge didn't really fit the style of the camera, which feels to me a little bit more kind of like modern, whimsical, I would say. And those ripped edges is a little bit more vintagey textured. So hopefully you also agree. And this black and white rip, I just wanted to use what I already had, but I'm going to kind of mess around with that a little bit. So basically I wanted the same concept of those two borders on the top and bottom of my layout, but a little bit less. So a little bit calmer and cleaner without those ripped edges and slightly thinner lines. So I found this really cute tag in the ephemera pack from the Color Fresh collection. You can see that I added it underneath my photo. I also found this cute frame that has kind of the same pattern like the paper that I used for the body of the camera. And yeah, I was just looking around, and then now we come to the serendipitous part is I found these tigers. Now I honestly didn't notice these tigers when I first looked through the kit. I had no idea they were in this collection, and you can see how that worked. It worked absolutely perfect. So I used one beautiful vellum tiger above the photo, and then there's a cute transparent tiger, and I'm using it at the bottom. And I added my journaling onto two of the these die cuts from the ephemera pack. So you can always do that. If one die cut is not enough for your journaling, just add a few more. I learned that from Shamel. And thumbs up if Shamel taught you most of what you know about scrapbooking. I know she certainly taught me so much. And yeah, and now I added one of the doilies. We got some doilies in the color kit. I'm happy if we get doilies every single month. It's one of those things I absolutely love adding. It has that, first of all, you know, they're circular, they're circular, they're very detailed, and they have that interesting edge to them. And I can make them work in most of my layouts together with florals. So give me florals, give me doilies, make them white, pink, yellow, and teal, and I'm good to go. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. Just kidding. So here at this point, I have decided on the placement of all my major elements, and you can see I'm slowly building my embellishments, just going through mostly that Color Fresh ephemera and looking for things to add. This is a good opportunity to add some of the embellishments that are on a transparency. To be honest, I always struggle with these. They're not my favorite because I tend to use a lot of layers. And many times you can't really place a transparency on top of layers because the design of the transparency it doesn't show well. You know, they work the best on a light background, a white background. So I'm trying to use them here because I have a lot of white here and I can tuck them underneath my layers. And yeah, now I'm getting into also the Hip Kit Club ephemera pack, which is gorgeous. There's such gorgeous designs. It's so my cup of tea this month. It's all pretty colors, you know, watercolored look, butterflies, florals, rainbows, cupcakes. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I'm super happy about that. So I also found these words from the Hip Kit Club ephemera pack. They say, "Be fearless," and I thought that was very fitting to my title. Now, for the name of Nestling, I'm going to place my, I guess, you know, subtitle, secondary title, my little title, a bit off. So the B is a little bit more to the right and the fearless, and then a bit more to the left, but I think you can still read it, and you know, it nestles, so who cares about things being legible and that sort of thing. No, I think it's okay. I do apologize if you know, teach grammar and this is some big faux pas. I have no idea. I just care about the design. So no, I'm kidding. I think everyone can read, right? I mean, you can see that it says "Be fearless" or "Fearless Bee," whatever. I'm adding now some of these puffy flowers from the Hip Kit Club puffy stickers, which are gorgeous. And I'm also adding this beautiful little black and white bow. I love it. I absolutely loved making this layout. I had so much fun. I hope you feel inspired to try something similar. I wish you a wonderful day. Check out the member forum for tons and tons of inspiration, as well as all the Hip Kit Club social media. We post tons of stuff daily. Bye.